Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be playing the game Frozen Flame, and today I'm just going to be going around the server that we're running to show you some homes that people have built. Right now our server has a comfortable population around 17 people. They're not always on at the same time, but there's definitely 17 unique individuals playing on our server over to 24-hour period. So we do have some slots open if anybody wants to join us. But this video here is about there's no place like home. So let's look at a couple houses that people have built. And I'm not giving away anybody's location here on the server for people to be griefed because we've got the protection on the houses so that nobody can destroy them. We also shut the PvP off on the server because nobody wanted it at this time. So right now, if you come to our server, there's no PvP enabled and there are no house destruction enabled. So, and the environment will only take your house down to 30%. So really you can build anywhere on the server and feel confident that the building's going to be there when you get back. So I'm going to show you these homes over here. I'm going to show you where we are on the map. We're in the starter zone area. We're at the second portal here. This is where my mouse is. This is where you begin the game. So we're over here, and it's always smart, and that's the other thing about this video. I'm going to tell you some smart things you should do about your housing. So it's really smart to build next to a portal or close to a portal. So this way you can just bring your stuff in and out without too much effort. And I say that in the starting area because if you're between the barriers, you can't put a teleporter down. But if you're outside the barriers, then you can, and you will see that when we go looking at some of these houses. So this person started their stick house. They haven't finished it, and I believe these two people play together. So they were on the server maybe 2 hours yesterday. They were new to the server, so they came and they built these two structures, which is a good start, and it's a nice design that they've got here. Now we're going to jump over to this teleporter here because this is where what I call the village is. This is where people have decided to, and it's interesting because the location. Oh, I gotta go this way. The location on our old server where we were playing, this seemed to be the same spot most people like to build. Was in this location here on this plateau. And again, we have here another individual that was on the server for a few hours. They put up this structure. They did it quick. This is the box structure. You'll notice, let me do this here with my axe. So the structure here has no damage to it at all because you don't see any red lines. And I see I did damage, but you don't see any lead lines. So the buildings are protected, but based on the server configuration. So that person built that. Now, this is an amazing little shop here. I can't get into it right now. The person that plays this, I've been playing with him. He's in my friends list. I'm going to bring up my friends list here. This is him here. I would butcher his name if I tried. I just call him Roop. So this is who it is, and what they do is they open these doors when he's online. When he's online, he opens these doors like a shop, and then anybody can go in there and use his stuff. And he obviously killed a bunch of nibblers to get these windows in place, or he killed a bunch of mobs in the Dragon Grower area. Let me just tell you, well, let's just look at the building interface because I want to give you some tricks here too. So let's look at the building interface real quick so I can show you what he had done here. Under wooden, he built these windows. And the windows cost 4 planks and 4 nibbler armor. Or, I keep on saying nibbler armor, I mean nibbler leather. So, so you need 4 nibbler leather and you need 4 planks. But if you go to stone and look at those windows are actually less effort, believe it or not, because you can eat once you get into finding coal and getting your furnace running. Making blocks is simple. It's just waiting for them to be created. The planks are simple, and then that third item there is a seed that you mix with sky crystals. I don't think I got a sky crystal in my inventory right now. No, I don't. So those are easy to make too. I mean, easy peasy. So if you were to ask Tarkus, what's easier to make, the window out of the wooden or the window out of the stone, I would tell you the window out of the stone. Hands down, easier to get those components, really slick to get them. And what we did on our server, and we'll be seeing it when I go back to the beginning, is I've got a furnace for anyone to use in the Welcome Center. So people can make these windows without any effort at all. So under wooden windows, thumbs down. I would not make these windows to save my life. I just wouldn't, because that's 4 nibbler leather to make that. I mean, no, because nibbler leather is used for your higher end gear, because you got to refine it into a better, higher tier leather. It's used for everything that you need to repair. I mean, it's just not worth spending. And in this case, he obviously went and killed the nibblers, or he found a way to get it. But again, if you were asking me, I would say go for the window, the stone window instead, because it's just easier components. The other fact being too is under wooden, same nonsense, the roof is 6 planks and 1 nibbler leather. Again, nibbler leather is so, it's not abundant. Nibblers are hard to kill. Even the mobs in Dragon Grove, some mobs in Dragon Grove, when you kill them, they'll drop it, but it's not guaranteed. It's just such a rare resource right now and a pain in the butt resource to get. So when you look at the wooden roof here, again, thumbs down. I wouldn't make this roof either. I would just go to the stone and make this roof, because flint is everywhere. I had a video the other day to show you how to get flint by exchanging meals for it. So you only need flint and you only need planks. Flints, I mean, I got like 200, 300 flint in one box in my house. So I can make these roofs all day long. I don't even need stone. I just need planks and flint, which again, flint is so easy to get. So going back to the wooden roof, why would you build a wooden roof when you can go to the stone and build the stone roof? Easy peasy. So I just wanted to point that out, that you have options. So if you don't want to waste your precious nibbler leather on your windows and your roofs, go to the stone and just build them out of there, because it's just cheaper to do. So he's got a pretty good home. Now Scrooge, which is another friend of mine, he's up there on the cliff. We're not going to go up there to check him out, but he's got a nice building up there. I know it's getting dark in the world, and check out that moon over there. That's pretty cool. So he's got a nice location up there on the hill. He did it up there. He was one of the first people on the server to build in the world, and that was his first home. So now we're going to go over to this location here around the corner, where I have another player who's making a building. And you'll notice that at all times I am encumbered. You'll see that I'm encumbered, but yet I'm running like a maniac, because I took the perk that allows you to run while encumbered. I spend 99% of my time in this game encumbered at all times. Just if I were to dump, I do have a lot of crap in my inventory, but if I were to dump all the extra stuff out of my inventory and just wear the basic gear, I would still be encumbered. Right now I'm at 274 out of 210. I'm not wearing a backpack. I don't need a backpack. I don't care about a backpack, because of the perk that allows me to run while encumbered. And I'm always encumbered, because my basic gear makes me encumbered, and I run around like a maniac. So this is another nice structure here, and the person who built this structure, their name is here on the. I like it that people put torches outside their building so that I can see who building it belongs to. So this is in this building, I'm going to get in the bird farm, even though I'm going to get hit by lightning, to get on the top of the building. Come on, there we go. She's got a hole in her house, so I could go down there and take a look at her house, but I won't do that. I just want to show you the outside here, how they did it. I also can screw if I just jump on this sill and then crouch, I can get into her house. What she did here was she got a nice little. She did a staircase that's like what you'd see in people's homes. And she's got multiple areas here that she's created. And then, you know, this staircase brings you up to where I was, where the 2 holes is. So I guess I could have just gone down these stairs because she's not really buttoning anything up. But again, I can't hurt anything. I can't steal. Her door's a lot, but I can't hurt anything in her building. I can't steal from her. Nothing will take damage from me. And then she's got another room here. So I'm just going to get back in the window here. Oh, I guess I'll go upstairs. So I'm not, yeah, I'm moving slow when I'm not running, but I'm mostly running all the time. So those people did a pretty good job building those structures. Now we're going to go back to where the teleporter is, and I'm going to show you a few more structures, and then I'm going to talk about the houses that I have built. Just bear with me as we make our way. Oh, I want that bug. Those bugs are pretty precious. You want to get, anytime you see a bug in the world, get it. Because even if you don't want to make lanterns from the Christmas or holiday event, these bugs make flint for you. So I had done a video on, trading in soups or bug at a vendor. I'll show you. I'm going to just go to the map here. That vendor is here. I did a video on it. So you make a meal with the bugs, and he'll give you flint. So that's the easiest way to get flint is over here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning area here, to the beginning teleporter. We're already in the beginning area, but I'm going to go to the beginning teleporter. And I'm going to run down here. And this is the welcome center. I don't have any of the torches lit. I just got on. This is the welcome center that we put down for people who come onto the server. Here's that furnace I was talking about. We already got coal in it, so you can make the bricks you need to make the fancy stuff you want to make. So this is the welcome center. But the reason why I came here was to show you a few more of the houses that people have built. And I built that welcome center all by myself. I just spent a few hours just putting it together when the server first came up. So I've got this person here, another person who joined the server for a few hours yesterday. They quickly built this structure here. I don't know who it is because they didn't leave anything out that I can see what their name is. So I don't know who it is. But this structure was built in the last few hours. And this is, I think, Hobo, what's his name? He's got lanterns up here, so we'll know. Okay, so the Hobo Commando. This is his house. Can't do damage to it. I can't get inside it. He's pretty got it buttoned up. It's a pretty nice house. Let me see if I can get in a bird form to get up there before the. Whoop. Yeah, earlier today, and this is a bug that I found. When you try to go to bird form well above water, it wants to go into the dive mechanic. And it's kind of frustrating sometimes. Yeah, it wants to go into the dive command. And the other day, I was trying to get into bird form. Oh, I missed it by like a mile. I tried to get into bird form, and it put me in the dive command. Okay, well, let's give up on that. I mean, yes, we can see it. You did a pretty good job building it. So I went and tried to get into bird form, and it put me in the dive formation, and it wouldn't kick me out of the dive formation. It wouldn't let me. No matter how many times I hit the space bar, and I was really high up. So I was trying to fly off the top of a cliff here in the beginning area. And I went in the dive, the animation, and it wouldn't kick me out of it. And don't I dive right into a damn rock and it kills me. Because what it was is there was this rock underneath the water a little bit, and it just killed me. I was like, oh my goodness. And to save, I mean, I had time to get back in bird form, but it wouldn't let me get back in bird form. I had all my stamina, and I was just trying to fly across the river, and it put me in the dive animation, and it wouldn't let me out, and I fell to my death in the water. I'm going to go up here because we got two. This teleporter that I'm going to here is a personal teleporter that they made right outside the barrier. See the barrier here? So they made that teleporter. You can do the teleporters right outside the barriers. This person also made a shop that anybody can use. Oh, get around that. And so you can come into this shop and utilize. This is Celt. He's got a few items on the server. I think I've seen another structure from him. He's got these locked rooms so that he can keep his personal stuff in there that he doesn't want anybody to have access to. He's got this storage room. He's got this bedroom. And he's got this entire shop. And again, anyone can use it on the server. If they're up in this area and they want to just utilize, that tree. If he just wants to utilize the shop, if you want to utilize his shop, you can. Now, last night, we had a new person come on the server and they built a wall here. And if you've seen any of my past videos, I had did the same thing in one of the other servers I was on. I built a wall similar to what this person did. So the world teleporter is right here. This one is world. And if I hit M, how you get up here, the easiest way to get up into this area if you're a newbie on the player, wait until you get flight. Then come to the edge of the map where my mouse is and go outside the barrier and just fly straight up here. And once you get to the top of the stamina bar, when the stamina bar has completely exhausted and you're at the top of your height, just fly over to this area. Now there is a secret path that gets you up there, and I believe I think it begins here or it begins over here. I don't remember. What you do is you get on the path and then you got to go through the mountain, fight a couple mobs, then it brings you out to this ledge, and you might think it's a dead end, but the developers are being sneaky. It's not a dead end. You got to follow this ledge, which is a goat path, up here, and then it goes, and then you get into a jump. You got to get into a jump thing where you get those jump things, and it brings you up to this upper ledge, and then you follow another path that brings you into this area, and then you unlock this world teleporter. And that's how you do it. I mean, I've had people ask me, and it's like, well, that's how you do it. But the easiest way for my suggestion would be just go to this, once you get bird flight, just go to this edge, get as high as you can, and just fly over, and then you can unlock it. So this person built this entire wall. What's nice about it, though, is they put their doorway right here, and it's locked. But Tarkus wants to show you this person's building, so I'm going to go get it at bird form, get some height here. All right, so I'm going to get up here on the top, and yesterday I was able to get inside the structure. Maybe they've buttoned it up since then. Okay, maybe they have, because I think there was a hole that allowed me to get in there. Oh yeah, the person's been on the server since and has buttoned it up. So I can't get in there, but they did a pretty good job with the rooms. So there's a room underneath where I'm walking. Then there's a hallway that goes above the arch that they made so that you can get into the zone under, and then there's, there's a staircase that goes above it, and then it goes into another room on this side. On this side. And yesterday I could get in here, and I can't now because they've buttoned it up. But they did a pretty good job. They really did. It looks real good. It looks amazing. I like what they did here. The wall that I made in the past server was not as slick as what they've done here. This is because what they've done is they allow you to get through to get to the zone, and they can use both sides of the building structure. All right, so these are the buildings I wanted to show you, homes I wanted to show you while I was doing this video. Now I'm going to discuss my homes. And obviously I built the Welcome Center, which we saw at the beginning. So I built that without a problem. I built it without a backpack. I built it easily with the encumbrance system, normal. The way the game designers, we don't have any changes to the server that changes the weight allowance. We basically, the server is stocked when it comes to that, and Tarkus is able to build everything he wants, run around and do whatever he wants, fully encumbered. So the first, after I built the Welcome Center, I then went down the Dragon Grove and I built this structure here on this island. So I'm going to go to that structure now. And I put the teleporter down here at the bottom of the structure just so that people could easily use it without having to go up into the treehouse that I made. There's a treehouse above me. And the reason why I picked this location, it's actually 3 reasons why I picked this location. Well, there's a coal node right over here that you can get. It hasn't spawned yet, but on this ledge right here, I believe it's like, I think it's like right where I'm standing. There's a coal node. I've already gotten it in the last hour. So there's a coal node. No lightning here, so you can fly comfortably. The other reason why I picked this location was there are all sorts of these iron nodes on this island. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. So there's a bunch of iron on this island. So it's beautiful if you just want to get iron and stone. And the stone is everywhere on this island. So you can just pick the stone up. It's everywhere laying around. It's everywhere. Also, you'll find bones. So if you need ancient bones, free ancient bones, you'll find those here. And then the other beautiful thing, at night, skeletons will spawn in this area where I'm running. And those skeletons drop an average of 40 to 60 gold each. And there's 3 of them that spawn at night. So if you just want to get gold, I've got 382 only because I've been buying schematics. But if you just want to get gold every time night falls, you can just come through here, kill the 3 skeletons. Also, the beauty of it is these rams are hostile to the skeletons. So even if you're not here to kill the skeletons, when you come back, the money will be just laying on the ground because the skeleton will be dead and you can loot the skeleton. So the rams kill the skeletons for you. And the skeletons kill the rams, so you can pick up the stuff from the rams. So it's a beautiful location, endgame location, because it gives me the ram fur that I need, it gives me the ancient bones, it gives me the iron I need, it gives me all the stone I need, and you can get wood out here, you can cut the trees. And there is a column up there that gives you one of those runes. And as you can see, I'm getting cold, but I don't get cold all that often anymore because of the gear that I'm wearing. So that's my tree house. I'll go up here just to show you. I left it open. Anyone can use this stuff in here. And I did have a bunch of, and something you need to know is you can now queue these. You could queue them before, but what's nice is before you had to actually remove one before the next one would start. They changed that. So now, if I'm gone, well, it would be 12, 30, 40 minutes, let's say an hour. Let's say I'll come back in an hour, there'll be 12 stones sitting here. I don't have to grab one at a time and wait for the next one to go. It will do 12. Same thing with the iron. It will, if I queue up 10 iron, when I come back after the timers, there'll be 10 iron here. And I've been running these furnaces for iron and stone. And then up here, what I did was I just made my plantered box so that I can easily make the things that I need to repair and make items. I put my tanning rack up here. These crates have armor and weapons in them. Up here is just fluff, or just stuff to look at. I got a tent there. I got this secure room here with a tent in it. Then I have the deck up here in the top of the treehouse. And this is just an open deck. This stairway just allows me to get up here to get some air if I wanted to fly. I like being able to get as high as I can when I try to fly across maps. So that's what that staircase is for me to be able to get as high as I can. And then this staircase here was just fluff. So this is my base in Dragon Grove. It's, as you also can see, Dragon Grove will kick the crap out of your building. Every piece of my building is down to 30% because there's a massive storm that comes through here all the time and it just rips the building apart. Our server has a cap on 30%. It won't let the building go below 30%. So if I had the server set where the building can be completely destroyed, there's no way I'd be able to build this building here, because I would be spending the entire day just repairing it. I'd be like having a full-time job just repairing it. So on our server, we stopped it at 30% decay, and that's why there's 150 left out of 500. And I can safely build it here and not worry about it being destroyed. If you've got hard mode on and you've got building destruction down to 100%, then yeah, you would have been all day building. I mean, I would probably build just a shack with a teleporter, because that, and on a server like that, the teleporters would even be destroyed once the building was destroyed. All right, we're going to go to our next, my next house. After I built that house, I moved back. I went to the second zone area, and I built right here. This is my teleporter in this area. And the reason why I chose this location, and it's similar to the Dragon Grove location, is the fact being there's iron nodes everywhere. There's stone everywhere. There's pigs everywhere. And you can get lumber without too much problem. And what I did here, and again, it's another map where there's no barriers, so I can just do what I want to do. And what I did is I built my structure on top of their building that the game developers made a building here, and I just went to the top of it and built what is going to be my castle. I'll come down here. So that's my castle is going to be on the top of that building. It's out of the way. No mobs can attack it. You got to fly up to it. There's a teleporter here. And this is going to be my permanent home. I'm just going to make a castle here. Now, granted, it takes a long time to make a castle structure in this game, especially with the way the timers are. And if you're, even when I'm running 3 furnaces constantly and gathering stone constantly, this is all I've been able to build. And I think it's a good grind. It gives me something to do while I'm waiting for new content or just helping people out. And again, the iron nodes are scattered all over this fascia. You'll find them everywhere. There's also flint nodes here, and you need the flint to make the seeds, the essences. See, there's just iron everywhere. And then every time you do one of those iron nodes, it also drops stone, and there's stone everywhere. So if you're looking for a place to gather stone for building a castle, then the 2 locations I've picked, the one in Dragon Grove and the one here, allows me to get as much stone as I possibly can carry. And then what I do is, even when I gather, there's no furnaces here. So when I gather the stones from here, I just teleport to my home in Dragon Grove and cook the stones there. Then I just go back and forth between the 2 houses. Well, I mean, this video is just to show you what people have been doing on our server. We have a pretty big community. We have a pretty big population, I think, for the server only being up maybe a week. And anyone's welcome to join us. We obviously got slots left over. The server holds 24 consecutive people at a time, but anybody can join the server. And if the server ever got to 24 people consecutively on, then you would just have to wait for one person to log out. And that hasn't been an issue. I mean, people have been able to freely log onto the server and log off and play when they wanted to play. People seem to be helping each other out without too much griefing. No griefing. I mean, people have just been helping people out on this server. It's been wonderful. People, and a lot of the people that are on my server are new to the game. They just bought it. They got it for Christmas, and they just got it, and they're just looking to play a fun campaign game. And Tarkus is just here to build. I haven't done any of the campaign at all. I got flight, and that's when I stopped. So when it came to this second zone, I have done no content in this second zone. I skipped that completely and went over to Dragon Grove as soon as I could. My friend dropped this teleporter here for me, and then once I was able to teleport to Dragon Grove, that's exactly where I stayed. I stayed in Dragon Grove doing what I could here, and then basically skipping over all this content. and you're asking yourself, well, if you skip the content, then that means you don't have good items. Well, I don't have all the rings, obviously, because I didn't do the content, but I got good items. I got all the items that I wanted. I mean, and again, I don't basically got anything in my inventory but my basic equipment, and I'm still overloaded. Oh no, I guess I'm not overloaded. So I'm right on the edge. I guess I'm at 203 out of 210. And this is the basic stuff that I'm carrying around. And some of this stuff doesn't weigh anything. Like that doesn't weigh anything. That doesn't weigh anything. The cookies don't weigh anything. These don't weigh. I mean, most of these items don't have a weight to them. So it's basically just my basic items that I'm wearing is putting me at 203. But again, I don't care because I can run, I can fly, and I can teleport while encumbered because I took the perks for it. Well, I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope you're having fun with the game. And if you're looking for a server to play on, please join us here. I'll put the IP address in the comments below or in the description below. And have happy gaming. And thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.